Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So today we have a good looking puzzle in front of us. It's called Kings in the Cages by PuzzleTank. Now, I can't remember if I've done a puzzle by PuzzleTank before, but if not, awesome. Love to see, or love to do puzzles from setters that I've not done ones before. Because I always like to see people's different ways of looking at puzzles and creating puzzles, those sorts of things. So anyway, with that said, let's take a look at the rules, see what's going on, and see if we can figure this thing out. So it's normal Sudoku, so every row, column, and 3x3 box will contain the digits 1 through 9 once each. Then we've got King's Move, which makes sense. So digits a chess King's move away cannot repeat. So if we look at this digit, a king can move in any singular direction one space. So none of these digits would be the same as this one. And then that, of course, doesn't remove the fact that you can't have base Sudoku and not repeat as well. Then we have Kropki's. So digits separated by a white dot must be consecutive. Digits separated by a black dot must be in a 1-to-2 ratio. So these two here will be consecutive digits. These two here will be in a 1-to-2 ratio. So one of them will be double the other, essentially what that says. And then we have killer cages. So digits in a cage must not repeat and must sum to the given number in the top left corner. So these will add to 9, these to 8, these to 19, and they can't repeat. So those are the rules. Nothing crazy. The King's Move, I guess we haven't seen in a little while. It kind of comes and goes, I think, on that item. Sometimes you see it every now and again. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Those sorts of things, you know what I mean? Anyway, links in the description below. Let's get at this thing. So where are we going to start? Well, we can start at the black Kropki's, then we'll come to this guy in a second. Because these black Kropki's are in series, we know they're going to be from 1, 2, 4, and 8. Because we obviously can't put 5, 7, or 9 on a black Kropki because you can't divide them or multiply them by 2 and have a valid number, and then 3 and 6 can only go with each other. So we can also say these are not the extreme digits, because if you put a 1 here, you have to put 2 2s, you put an 8, you have 2 4s. This one actually can't be a 1, because you'd have to put 2 2s here, and it can't be an 8, because you'd have to put a 7 or a 9 here. So that's a 2 4 pair. Well, that's good. What does that then say here? Well, it could be 1 3 or 5, but obviously you can't put a 5 on a black Kropki, so that goes away. Okay, here's something. Our King's Move comes into play immediately. Can this actually be a 1? Well, the answer is no, because these will both be 2s. Well, they're King's Move away, so you can't repeat digits. This is 3. This is 6. Now, that 3 doesn't actually tell us anything, because this could still be 2 or 4. I don't know that it tells us much else. Well, another thing we could have put in here is these have to have 2s and 4s in them. You can never have 3 black Kropki cells in a row that do not contain 2s and 4s, because you either have to use 1 2 4 or 2 4 8. Actually, this can't be a 1 period, because you then have to put 2 9s in this 19 cage. Now that still doesn't really reduce these guys though. But let's look at these 8 cages, because I think this will have an effect on it. Because we know 3 cell 8 cages, where you can't repeat digits, obviously. There's only 2 ways to do it, 1 2 5 and 1 3 4. Well, we already said these can't be 2 or 4. So there has to be a 1 in one of these two, because obviously you can't do 3 and 5 as a pair here. So this one's not. But you can also know that it's a 1 with either a 3 or a 5. So if it's a 1 with a 3, this has to be a 4. If it's a 1 with a 5, this has to be a 2. So these can't be 3s or 5s. Something similar is going to probably happen here as well. This can't be 2 or 4. We know one of these is a 1, so this isn't. Yeah, it's the same thing, just kind of looking in a different direction. This will be 1 2 4, because whatever you put here will cause that to happen. Okay. So this actually can't be a 1 as well because of this. So now we do have a 2 4 8, and this is 4, this is 2, this is 1 and 4. That's something. So let's get that in there. What else does that do? Okay, sixes, because we have a 1, 3, 5 and a 2, 4, 8 triple. Now we have 6, 7, and 9 left over. Well, sixes can't clearly go over here, so they go here. This becomes a 7, 9 pair. Now the next question is going to be, what does that do to this 19 cage? Now, if we were to put a 2 here, might as well just go through our options, right? These would have to add to 17, so they would be a 9 with an 8. If this was an 8 with the 9, this would be a 2. If this was an 8 with the 7, we'd be at 15, so this would be a 4. Now, does that do much for us? I don't know that it does. Well, okay. Well, let's look at this and this. Well, not at the same time, but this 9, 7 on a Kropki means this is 8, 7. Or just 8. Let's make this easy on ourselves. Obviously, it can't be 7 or 9. A 7 or a 9 has to be paired with something that can't be a 6. It has to be an 8. That means this isn't 8. Well, that's good. That means this isn't 2, because we just said we had to have a 9, 8 pair to make that happen. This is 8. Now, we said if this is 8, this is either 9, 2 or 7, 4. But that 8 does say this is 2. Okay. We do get a 1, 2, 4 here. This is going to be a 3, 5 pair. The other thing I was going to say was that this 3 sees these, so it was pushing it to here, but the 8 took care of that situation. One of these will be a 3. Do we have anything else we can work with? Do we want to come to this 15? Because it's been sitting here for a while. Well, let's look at the 8. There has to be an 8 over here, because the king's move removes it from both of these. I don't know if that does much else. Let's look at the 15. It's 5 cells. Can't repeat a digit. It must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This can't be a 1 because you can't put 2 2s. This can't be a 1 because of the king's move. So we get a 1 here and a 1 here. So there's an X-wing on 1s. One of these will be a 1. Okay, so what does that actually do for us? Let's Sudoku for a second. Oh, the 1 is actually given. Because these two are seen by knight's or king's move, excuse me, and there's a 1 up here, this is the only place a 1 can go. So that pushes a 1 down here. Now, can we take any of that further? I don't quite think so. We know there's a 2 and a 4 down here because we have the 1, 2, 4, and 2, 4. Again, well, this can't be a 2. I guess that's something we could use. Is there something in here? Because if we think of, well, this digit is is semi-curious. It sees every single one of these. It also sees all of these, but we don't necessarily even need that here. This is from just 6, 7, 8, or 9. Did these guys do the exact same thing? They see every single one of these. Because if you put 1 here, it sees all of these by the region, and this one by king's move. This is the same thing. So these are 6, 7, 8, 9s as well. Well, this one can't be a 6 because of Sudoku, but I guess also we can say that this digit will appear. Oh, that is useful. This digit has to appear in one of these two. Even if we hadn't thought through this logic, this guy here sees all of these by king's move, these by the region, or not the region, but by Sudoku and the cage. So therefore, this digit will be one of these two. Well, it can't be 1, 2, 3, or 4. So this is 5. These are not 5s. Now, if this is 5, these two digits have to be 4 and 6. Well, this can't be 6, so 4, 6. That does push the 1 down this way. These are not 4s. This is not a 4, actually. So that does create a 2-4 pair over here. I don't know if that's all that useful, but it's there. This 4 actually removes 4s from here, so this is a 4. Does that now affect this 9? Yeah, it does. This just has to be a 2, 3, 4. How do you make 9 in 3 non-repeating digits? The answers are 1, 2, 6, 1, 3, 5, and 2, 3, 4. Only one of those has a 4 in them. This is 2, this is 3. Okay. Now, can we do something with the 3? Because we do have some... maybe we don't. I thought we might be able to remove one of... Well, we can remove that as an option of 3, obviously. So one of these two is... That's not useful. What about this guy? 9, 8, 7, 6. Yeah, that's not really all that great, is it? Okay. What do we now have? This can't be 3. We know those are 3s. What else do we have 3-wise? Anything? One of these two is a 4. It's all that's left. So none of these are. One of these is. One of these is. Maybe there's some Sudoku we can just look at. Let's give it a gander. We know one of those already. We know one of those two already. We know we had the X-Wing. Oh, this is... Hello. This is a 1-2 pair. We have a 1 on a Kropki. This is the 1. This is the 2. This, therefore, is a 3. So none of these are. This becomes a 1, 2, 4. Okay. What more? This 5 we said was one of these 2. I don't know that that does a whole lot for us. I mean, I guess we can say none of these are 5s. So we get these quads of 5s. We can also say the 6 here must go in one of those. One of these is a 5, actually, if we think about just how this all works out. So none of these are, so one of these is. Well, this one we said isn't. Is there anything we can do with this guy? It seems to be the only real clue we have left over. I mean, obviously we haven't finished all of these, but we have them fairly well worked out. 2, 3, 4, 2s. 2s in one of these. I don't want to put too many of these 3 groupings because they're kind of... One of these is a 6. I mean, that's close to getting us to a triple here, which would be useful, but it's not quite there. Okay. What are we doing? What's next on this? Let's go back to what I was starting to think of. I don't think we can do much reduction here yet. Because it could be 1, 2. Can't be 2, 3, 3, 4. It could be 4, 5. Can't be 5, 6, 6, 7. But it could be 7, 8, or 8, 9. So there's too many options here. No. Let's move. Oh, there's 3 here. I didn't even notice that. We get ourselves a 3. That says one of these 2 is a 3. Is there any more 3-age? One of these is a 3. Three. Okay, maybe these. Yeah, this 3 here looks over to here. So none of these are 3s. So this is a 3. Okay, the 3s are coming through a little bit here. Let's keep on with them, see if anything else pop. No, of course I say that now. It seems like they are good. Let's go back to the Sudoku though, because I wasn't expecting to get some of those things. One of these is 2. We had kind of seen that already previously. We know one of those is. We know one of these is. The 3s we just looked at. What about the 4s? We know it's one of those. We know it's one of those. We know it's one of these and one of these. That's not getting us anywhere. 5s are pretty much looking the same, and 6s. Oh, this can't be a 6, so this just is a 6. Okay, there we go. And we already knew these weren't 8s, by the way, but let's do the process. This is 6. We already said one of these is 8 because these aren't, so these weren't 8s, but this is a 5-8 pair. So this is a 7-9 pair, which means this can't be 7 or 9. So it's 6 or 8. If this is a 5-8 pair, this becomes 7 and 9. Actually gives us a 7-9 pair here. I don't know if that's getting us anywhere at the moment, but it's something. Let's keep on keeping. One of these two is a 6. Yes, no, maybe so kind of thing. Not really. I don't see any other reductions there. We don't really have any 7s. We only have a couple of 8s. And they don't look like they're massively useful currently. Doesn't mean they're not. Okay, so now what are we doing? We got a tiny bit more information, but not a lot. 7s and 9s, I guess, go here. That's the official meh terminology. What more? We still can't figure this out, can we? 8 and 2 leaves 9. 8 and 4 leaves 7. Okay. It is what it is. 1s and 2. Well, this can't actually be a 2 because it would see both of these guys. But that doesn't necessarily tell us anything. I was looking at, because we have 1s and 2s and this 1-2 pair, so there must be another 1 or 2 over here, but I don't think we can work that one out. I still don't think we have any information here to work with, because I don't think we added anything to the process. So, where are we supposed to be looking now? We have a 1, 2, 4 triple here. I didn't see that. This is not a 1, so this is. Which means this is not a 1. We get a 2, 4 there. Did that do anything for us? I don't know that it did, because again, we still haven't determined these guys. Do we have anything else like that? Oh, the 5, just staring at this thing. Jeez. 4, 4, 2, 2, 4, 1. It's amazing how easy this stuff is. That's not 3. What are these 3 digits? And it'll come over to here in a second, because I know we've got some work we can do there, like this 3, but like I said, we'll get there in a second. 7s, 8s, and 9s. No, they don't do anything. Okay, so let's cross over. This is 5. Therefore, this has to be a 1, 2. So this is 4. That's now 12. This is 7, 9, 7, 9. And now hopefully we have enough information to kind of just break through the rest of this stuff using Sudoku. So let's go down that road yet again. We know one of those. We know one of these. Doesn't tell us much there. One of these is a 2. Okay, so now we do know there's a 2 over here, and this one isn't it, because it'll see both of these. Not great, but it's a little something. Oh, the 4 just says this isn't 4. I didn't get to that quite yet. Actually, now that we have these digits here, we might be able to figure this out. But let's do Sudoku. Let's continue down the Sudoku road for just a minute here. Let's kind of do a quick sweep. 3s are actually done, interestingly enough. 4s have that X-wing. 5s don't do a whole lot that I see. 6s appear to be similar. No, still really no 7s. There's a couple of them, but that's much. 8s are the same. 9s are pretty much the same. Okay, let's go back to U now, because we do have more digits. The possibilities of this being a 1, 2 are possible. Can't be 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8. But it could, and 8, 9. This is 1, 2. So this is 2. This is 1. Good. Get rid of that. Now we know this isn't 2, so this is. We also know that these 3 digits, one of them will be a 5, so it's here. The other 2 are 8 and 9, it looks like. So we'll put those in. Beautiful. Anything in here? One of these will be a 5. One of these will be an 8. So these are what? 4, 5, 8, and 6. Don't think we can say which ones are which. 7, 9 goes in here. No. Okay. Again, trying to find some of these things, but what are you guys? There has to. Okay, this is a 1, 4 pair. Let's do that. This becomes a 6, 7 pair. Good, there we go. This is 6 and 7. Now we can say that this is a 6, 8 pair, so this is 4 and 5. Let's get rid of that and put 6, 8. Now we do get a 6, 8, and 7, 9. Good, so this is 5. This isn't. And the 4 says this is 1, 4. The 1 says this is 2, 1. Getting a little something, something. So let's try to finalize something here. Where's the best place to look? These two, because they're going to give us this digit. This is 8, 9. This is then 7. Okay. This is 8 or 9. Well, thought we'd get more out of that. What about the 1s in this row? They just have to go here. These guys are going to be 7s, 8s, and 9s. This is not 8. I keep expecting something to jump in here and say, and with the king's move and finalize these, but I think we have to get the options in first. 5, 7, 9. Anything? This is not 5. 7, 9 there. That's not really doing. Okay, where is this next move? Do we have to go back into Sudoku? I feel like we're missing something easy right there, and then Sudoku's going to pop it out on us. The 5, yep, this is not a 5. Get away. So this is. That's not 5, so this is. Then we get our 8 and our 5. Okay. 6, 8, 7, 9s. Okay, let's keep doing them. 5s, we were on 5s. Good. This is 5 and 6. That 6 says this is 6. 5 should be done. 6s, I think, are not quite done. What about the 7s then? We're going to have stuff here I know that's going to pop. I just got to find the right spot. One of those is 7s. This is 7, 9. This is 7, 8, 9. Where are you? This is 8 or 9. One of these we know is 7. Where the heck is this last thing? It's probably right in front of my face, and I'm just not picking it up. 7. Any of these things looking at something must be. What are you? 6, 7, 8, 9. You're not 6 or 8. You're not 6. You're not 8. Let's get rid of all these markings because they're not really helping. They're just kind of getting in the way. Okay. Where the heck? Oh, this guy here. Right? Or maybe not. If this is 9, this is 8. No, that's not doing it. There has to be some groupings of these. Like if this is 7 and 8, this is 9. Seven, 8, and 9. That would put a 6. No, that doesn't seem to be doing it. What the heck? I don't see any other clue except for this grouping. Why am I not seeing whatever little digit it is that sees some of these things? 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. Okay. This is baffling me. This was a 9. Oh, that's what it is. If this is a 9, that forces 7 and... Oh wait, no, it doesn't, does it? 9 and 7. This is 6. This is 8. Shoot, I thought I just saw it, but it... That doesn't seem to break that either. If this is 8, 6 and 7... Okay, there has to be some grouping. When we get into these situations, sometimes coloring helps. Let's do that. These are 2 different versions of 7s and 9s. Is that any value to us? Doesn't look like it. These are different versions of 6s and 8s. That doesn't look like it's giving us any value. These are 2 different versions of 8s and 9s. That doesn't look like... What the heck am I not seeing? Am I missing? Did I forget something really obvious here, or am I just being really slow? What is wrong with me? Don't answer that question. 9, 8 or 9, 7, 9, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 7, 9. Oh, okay. I'm losing my mind, apparently. There has to be some grouping that breaks this puzzle. Why can't I see it? Let's get rid of the coloring, because that's not helping me, it's only distracting. This, oh, there it is. Jeez. This can't be a 9, because it would break these. This is 7. That's gonna do it. Goodness gracious, that was way too long. Now, we have to make sure that works, though, or we can make this work together. This can't, okay, now this can't be a 9 because it would break this, 9, 8. So this is 7. That's 9. This is 6. This is 8. 9, 8, 9, 8. 8 and 9 here. Then we can go up here to 7, 9, 8. That's 7. This is 6. This is 8. These are 9 and 7. There we go. Goodness gracious. We got caught at the end there. I just could not see this interaction of those guys to determine which one could be what there. But we got there eventually. It just took a way too much searching around to find something that would break it. And of course, I think I was so focused on this Kropki because it was like an actual clue that we might have been able to use, but wasn't there. Anyway, we did it. We got there in the end. Took a few minutes up there. We probably should have finished this a good 5, 7, 8 minutes earlier, but we still got there. Great puzzle. Really did enjoy this one. I just wish I could have seen that a little bit sooner, so it'd be a little bit more smooth, but hey, it doesn't really matter if you're finishing smooth as long as you finish your puzzles. So anyway, I'll stop babbling. Thank you for watching and all that kind of good stuff, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.